heart of East Africa lies a city unlike any other, Nairobi, Kenya's vibrant capital. Welcome to The Pride of Nairobi, a documentary that unveils two of the city's most remarkable achievements that have left the world in awe. Join us as we embark on a journey to explore the extraordinary contrast between wilderness and modernity, where nature and urban development coexist in harmony. Nairobi, a city where the wild meets the concrete jungle. Our first stop is the incredible Nairobi National Park, a testament to conservation ingenuity. As the only national park in the world located within the boundaries of a major city, Nairobi National Park stands as a living testament to the Kenyan people's dedication to preserving their natural heritage. Covering over 117 square kilometers, this pristine sanctuary serves as a refuge for a breathtaking array of wildlife, from majestic lions to graceful giraffes, all against the backdrop of Nairobi's skyscrapers. But what makes this haven of biodiversity even more extraordinary is the fact that it lies just a stone's throw away from the city. To gain deeper insights into this extraordinary coexistence, we spoke with Moriah Githinji, the senior warden at Nairobi National Park.
Nairobi National Park is unique because one, it was the first park to be gazetted in the country way back in 1946. And secondly, considering its location within Nairobi, that's a capital city. Actually, all over the world, Nairobi National Park is the only park located within a capital city that we refer to as a wildlife park. The park has an abundance of wildlife. We are talking of over 400 bird species. We are talking of hundreds of mammal species. And some of the key species that we have in the park, we have the black rhino, we have the white rhino, we have lions, we have giraffe, we have buffalo. Actually, we have 4 of the big 5. The only big 5 that we don't have in Nairobi National Park is the elephant. But for the rest, you are actually bound to find them here in Nairobi National Park. This park historically has not been known to have elephants, and the way nature works is that we don't introduce species to areas where they have not been before. Considering its proximity to a major city, we always have issues of human-wildlife conflict, and there are certain measures that we have in place to ensure that we manage that, because of course human-wildlife conflict means that the community will suffer or the wildlife will suffer. So one, we have fences. That's a physical barrier that protects the community or the urban population from the park. So we have a fence that runs along the southern and the eastern boundary of the park. The other measures that we have in place is that we have what we call human-wildlife conflict management teams. These are teams that work outside the national park to ensure that whenever we have incidences of human-wildlife conflict, they are there. They either drive the animals back into the park, we use traps, or we dart them and bring them back into the park. The parks are gazetted by law. All national parks are protected by law to regulate any activity that is carried out within a national park. So you'll find that whenever you find a national park in the country, there's a gazettement notice. There's a title deed actually issued for that national park. And with that, we're able to regulate all the activities that we carry out in the park. Nairobi National Park contributes to the local economy in various ways. One, it is a source of employment. Like for example, for us who work at Kenya Wildlife Service, it's also a source of employment indirect to the tour operators. We are right now in the high season, which means that a lot of people are actually, bringing visitors to the park, which provides them with a form of employment. And at the national level, Nairobi National Park is ranked among the top earners for Kenya Wildlife Service. And the tourism, from a national perspective, it contributes to about 8% of the GDP, which means that the park, in a way, contributes to that 8%. The long-term goals for this park is to ensure that it outlives all of us. This park has been here now for 75 years, and our long-term goal is to ensure that once all of us are long gone, the park will be here. And that can only be done by ensuring that the ecological integrity of the park is maintained. There are plans to expand the park and also to secure the wildlife corridors, because the park measures just 117 square kilometers. So we have wildlife that move in and out of the park, what we refer to as migration. they use what we call the wildlife corridors. And right now, we are actually embarking on what we are calling the Nairobi National Park Restoration Plan, where we are looking at securing land neighboring the park to be part and parcel of Nairobi National Park, so that we can at least add to the size of the park.
But Nairobi's tale doesn't end there. As the sun sets over the savannah, another story unfolds, one of unparalleled urban innovation, the Nairobi Expressway, a groundbreaking feat in infrastructure and the first of its kind in Kenya. This ambitious project has not only redefined the city's skyline, but also revolutionized transportation within the region, easing traffic congestion and streamlining the daily commute for thousands of Nairobians. To understand the impact of this remarkable expressway, we sought insights from Brian Wainaina Masengeli, the toll master at the Nairobi Expressway.
So Nairobi City is the first city out of the 4 cities in Kenya to have the expressway road and a toll road. And it's so magnificent for us. The inspiration and goals of the expressway to achieve was to decongest the east part of Nairobi. As you well know, Mombasa Road is the eastern part of Nairobi City, and it experienced a lot of traffic. Traffic volume of between 100,000 vehicles to 150,000 vehicles a day. We have cut the traffic time, whereby you can see a vehicle can take at least 20 to 22 minutes to access town from the farthest east of Nairobi. And that was the main goal. Other goals was to ensure that business operations are well done, and accessibility to Jomo Kenyatta International Airport is made easier, so that our foreigners, when they are coming to visit Kenya and they want to access their hotels there in Westlands or in town, has been made easy, because from town to Jomo Kenyatta it's only 7 minutes to 10 minutes. And that will boost our tourism sector, whereby we'll have more tourists coming to our country. Nairobi Expressway has the longest bridge road in Kenya, which amounts around 6.7 kilometers. We have a roadbed of 21.1 kilometers, and we have toll station. We have 11 toll stations, summing up of 27 toll plazas, whereby each toll station has a centralized management, whereby it's managed by a toll master who is guided under the toll department management. In a day, the number of vehicles that uses the Nairobi Expressway, the traffic volume is big. As I told you before, formerly Mombasa Road used to have around 100 to 150,000 vehicles a day. Right now, Expressway has taken a big chunk, about 60%, whereby we are having 60,000 to 70,000 vehicles using Nairobi Expressway a day. And our target is to ensure that we have at least 100,000 vehicles using Nairobi Expressway in a single day. The role that Nairobi Expressway plays in reducing traffic congestion: number one, we have provided 3 modes of toll collection. We have the mobile pay, which is the M-Pesa mode. So the driver chooses the mode of payment that they want to use. So if you want to use with mobile pay through M-Pesa, it's available. So we are not limiting drivers to use Expressway. Number 2, we have cash payment mode. Number 3 is the electronic toll collection, which is the ETC, whereby the drivers opts to register with our service center management to be issued an OBU, which facilitates the ETC toll operation. So the ETC toll operation is the best model for toll collection, whereby a driver only needs 3 seconds to use the entry point and also 3 seconds to exit the toll station. We have made it easier for all our drivers, all our clients, ensuring that all their expectations are met, and by that we are reducing a lot of traffic. And number 2, we have strategically placed our toll station to avoid congesting the town. That's why before we did not place an exit toll station at Haile Selassie. And that's why toll stations were placed at Nairobi Westlands and Museum Hill, so that we reduce the traffic volume that enters the town so that town operation becomes easier. And due to that, the company is also working on adding more toll stations, ensuring that all drivers access whenever exit they want to exit. It's a great thing that has happened in our country and even in our region. For the East African region, there is no country that has the expressway. So if the government will work well best with the Chinese government, we will encourage for more roads, because as you can see from Nakuru to Nairobi, it's also hectic. We can have an expressway also there in the Mombasa city, Kisumu city, and also Eldoret city.
Indeed, the Nairobi Expressway stands as a testament to the city's unwavering determination to embrace modernity while respecting its history and natural surroundings. As we delve deeper into Nairobi's story, it becomes evident that these two seemingly contrasting achievements share a common thread: the spirit of resilience and the desire to shape a better tomorrow for generations to come. In the heart of Kenya's capital, Nairobi, nature and urban development harmoniously coexist. The Nairobi National Park, a sanctuary of biodiversity, reminds us of the importance of protecting our wildlife and preserving the unique ecosystems that surround us. Meanwhile, the Nairobi Expressway showcases the city's forward-thinking approach, embracing progress while maintaining its natural beauty. As we bid farewell to the pride of Nairobi, we hope this journey has illuminated the incredible achievements of this vibrant city and inspired us all to strike a balance between the marvels of modernity and the wonders of the natural world.